2018-2019 Northview Wildcats would ride a roller coaster of ups and downs all the way to Columbus in a state Frozen Four. The ride started with a summer of change. Graduating were 11 seniors, along with NHC Rookie of the Year David Crandall. However, those losses were offset with the return of Trevor Klee, gone last year to a season-ending injury, and dynamic players from the travel ranks including Orozco and Jared Barfeld. Also in were transferred Devin DeHanas to round out the upgrade in talent. More importantly, an incredible group of seniors driven by character, hard work, positivity, and a family environment were ready to lead a lineup. Those seniors included Tyler Frederick, Noah Kercheval, Justin Dayton, Teddy Booger, Alex Miller, Jake Woolley, and juniors Jimmy Roberts, Justin Beaverson, Jeffrey Wood, and newcomers Yaki Delora, Spencer Atkins, Dougie Carter, Ethan Music, Griffin Mueller, and goaltender Tyler Clem, who would shoulder the load as the only goalie to replace graduating All-League senior Mason Snyder. Hi, I'm Coach Jones. Join me as we take a look back at a memorable 2018-2019 Northview Wildcats. After a summer of workouts and a lot of fun at Kent State, the team started to take shape and show its true colors. Senior Trevor Klee and Alex Miller, along with Jake Woolley and Teddy Bugart, were given the captain's letters. But soon, a group of 19 would be pulling all in the same direction. That direction would be Columbus. Scrimmage victories over Upper Arlington, Walsh Jesuit, and Rocky River prepped the Cats for a tough regular season schedule. The Cats were set and ready to open the campaign, and open the campaign they did with a 10-0 whitewashing of the Clay Eagles. A night of firsts was highlighted with Tyler Clem's first career victory and shutout, along with career first goals from Spencer Atkins and Devin DeHanas. Tyler Frederick, Teddy Booger, Jeffrey Wood, and Alex Miller also scored, but the night belonged to senior Jake Woolley. His 4 goals paced the Cats to their first win. Northview would hit the road next and take a trip to Allen Park. The Cats would spot the Jags a 3-0 lead that would be too much to overcome. Woolley's 5th in 2 games and a career first from Dougie Carter, along with constant pressure, were not enough in the 3-2 loss. The loss was even more difficult to take as senior captain Alex Miller suffered a knee injury and would be out of the lineup for several weeks to come. Northview would continue the busy opening weekend with a trip to Shaker Heights that Sunday. Clem was strong in the nets, but the offense sputtered in the 1-1 tie. Bugart provided the only offense with his 3rd period goal. The annual Cold Turkey Tournament was up next, and a season-long theme would start to show. Moments of excellence mixed with periods of frustration and inconsistency were rearing its head. St. Ed's was up first in the tournament, and without seniors Barfell and Miller, the Cats were listless in a 6-0 loss. The next morning, the Cats rebounded and held a 2-1 lead over a strong Olentangy Liberty team on goals from Justin Beaverson and Bugart. However, a late goal from Liberty resulted in a 2-2 tie, and again the Cats were kissing their sister. The next game, the Cats welcomed back Barfell into the lineup. He immediately made a mark with his first career goal to give the Cats a 1-0 lead over to St. Andrews. Jimmy Roberts scored to make it 2-0 after 1, and the Cats were in the driver's seat. However, Andrews responded with 4 straight to erase this lead. Woolley's early season tear brought the Cats back within the 1, but Andrews put it away with minutes to play late in a 5-3 win. The Cats finished off the tournament in the consolation game, which included a victory over the Newark Generals 7-2. Griffin Muir scored his first of 2 career goals, and Bugart added a pair as well. Orozco started the scoring with his career first, and Mr. Klee started to find his game after missing so much time with the goal. Jeffrey Wood would round up the scoring in a nice win for the Wildcats. Northview would open up league play with a huge weekend versus the Catholics the following nights. Unfortunately, a pair of losses would put Northview behind the 8-ball in a league chase to the end. Clee would be the only Cat to score in a 3-1 loss to the Frannies. Northview would then fall behind 5-1 after 2 periods versus St. John's before roaring back with 4 goals in the third to almost steal a victory. Dougie Carter had the Cats' lone goal before Barfell, Baden, and Ruley brought the Cats back 5-4. The Titans regained a 2-goal lead and appeared to put the Cats away with about 2 minutes to go. But what would become a theme for the Cats this year? Here's those themes again. There was no quit. Tyler Frederick scored 25 seconds later, and a barrage of shots and pressure would ensue in the final minutes. It was not enough, though, as Northview could not break through with a tying goal in a 6-5 defeat. Up next, the Wildcats had a couple non-conference games the following weekend. Up first was the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets, and unfortunately they forgot their Stingers in an 8-0 loss. 7 different goal scorers for the Wildcats as Mr. Clem pitched his second shutout of the season. Barfell had a pair. Baden, Ruley, Beaverson, Atkins, Clee, and Murrell all got into the fun as well. Shaker Heights again came rolling into the schedule, and after another 1-1 tie, the teams left unsettled business on the table. Barfell kept the Cats rolling, but the Cats could not make enough of their multiple scoring opportunities to take away this advantage. The holidays were up next, and the Cats again got on the road and traveled to Cleveland for the Padua Mid-Season Invitation. This was truly a measuring stick, with the top teams in the state showing up again, year after year. The opener was a sleeper, as Upper Arlington pulled away 5-1 after Devin Vahanas put the Wildcats on the board, but that's all she wrote. Northview rebounded the following morning to earn a 5-all tie with Frozen Four representative University School. Alex Miller celebrated his return with a goal, and fellow seniors Teddy Boogert, Noah Kercheval, and a pair from Baden provided the offense. However, another late goal kept the Cats from securing the win. Northview finished off the round-robin portion of the tournament with an 8-1 win over host Padua. Dahanas started to get comfortable with his new surroundings with a pair of goals, and sophomore Dougie Carter had a monster game with 4 points and a hat trick. Beaverson, Boogert, and Ruley scored, and Tyler Frederick stepped up his game to provide excellent minutes in the back end. The Cats couldn't keep it going the following morning in the consolation game versus Upper Arlington. Again, they provided a much better effort, but the goals from Carter and Barfell were not enough in a 4-2 loss. Northview would head to BG the following weekend with a matchup with White Division powerhouse Anthony Wayne. Justin Baden opened the scoring as Northview led 1-0 after 1. The Cats broke it open 6 goals in the second period and added a third period marker for the 8-0 win. Tyler Clem completed the trio of shutouts for the White Division, and Muir, Dahanas, Carter, Wood, Booger, Clee, and a second from Baden provided the scoring punch. After Christmas, the Cats headed back to Cleveland for the Walsh Jesuit Holiday Tournament in Kent State. State finalist Dublin Jerome used 3 late goals to pull away in what was a pretty evenly matched game. Griffin Muir continued to provide some strong secondary scoring, and Bugert and Dahanas also scored in the 7-3 loss. There was a lot less scoring the following morning as Kercheval and Atkins, Beaverson, Frederick, and Clee all picked up the defensive effort. However, it was the offense that was missing this time in a 2-1 loss to St. Charles. Booger continued his surge for the lone tally, but again, not enough. The Cats wrapped up the 3-game tournament with a 9-1 win over Springboro. Dahanas and Ruley each scored a hat trick, and Frederick, Clee, and the career first from sophomore Ethan Music were plenty enough to close out the new year right. Northview welcomed the varsity St. Ignatius Wildcats to open the 2019 play at Tama. It was the Jared Barfell show that day. Barfell scored a shorthander in the first, a power play in the second, and an even strength goal for the winner, and in third effort earned him the Northview Athlete of the Week, and the Cats a hard-fought 3-2 win. Incredible job. The Cats traveled to the Ice House the following evening for a game with the Bedford Kickin' Mules. For really the only time all season, the Cats' play was extremely undisciplined. Controlling every aspect of the game except the penalty box, the Cats fired 38 shots on goal, even though they spent over a third of the game shorthanded. The penalties would come back to haunt the Cats as Bedford scored 3 goals in the third, including another last-minute goal in the third to tie it 3-3. Dahana scored a pair, and Barfell also scored for the Cats in the disappointing draw. St. Francis was up next, and the Cats were trying to halt a long losing streak to the hands of the Frannies. Jeffrey Wood took it upon himself to make sure it would not happen again. He scored both goals as the Cats dominated the play in a 2-0 win. Clem pitched his 4th shutout of the year, and the Cats earned their first league win and finally got that monkey off their back. Unfortunately, the momentum didn't last long, and Northview struggled to put a win streak together as they traveled to the Meadville Bulldog Invitational. Pittsburgh Bethel Park was up first, and Griffin Muir had a huge game with both goals for the Cats. Unfortunately, not enough, as the Cats again took an L. Medina stung the Cats the next morning as they dropped their second straight by a score of 4-2. Alex Miller, returning from his second stint on the injury list, got on the board, as well as Trevor Klee. Unfortunately, not enough. Host Meadville was next, and some home cooking from the referees seemed to have the Cats staring at a third straight defeat. Trailing much of the game, the Cats' persistent effort paid off with a late goal to earn a 4-4 tie. Ethan Music scored to ignite the comeback, and Klee, Dahanas, and Baden capped it off to earn the much-needed tie. The Cats finished the tournament with a game with upstart Ohio New Albany. Boogert, Ruley, and Dahanas all scored in the first as Baden and Beaverson also added a goal to earn the Cats a quality 5-1 win. Back in the Northwest Ohio Hockey Conference, the Cats headed to the Cube in Findlay, Ohio. Northview traded goals with Findlay through 2 periods as the game was tied at 3. Dougie Carter opened the scoring, following with Muir and Barfell, who also got him on the board. Findlay seemed to take control of the game with 2 quick goals to start the third period. Northview would once again show their resilience as Jeffrey Wood and Teddy Boogert scored to tie it, and then Trevor Klee hit the game winner with 2:40 left to play for the improbable 6-5 win. With an open weekend on the schedule, the Cats went to Detroit for an outdoor matchup versus Flint Davison. Sporting commemorative jerseys and matching hats, the Cats were full of pompous circumstance. Unfortunately, their play was anything but. Other than the sun, there weren't many bright spots in this game. Senior Jakob Alora was one, however, as he joined the Cats for his first varsity action and picked up an assist on Griffin Muir's late goal to give everyone something to cheer about. Trevor Klee also scored, but the Cats fell 7-2. The Cats would wrap up regular season play in the Northwest Hockey Conference on the last weekend with a chance to earn a share of the league title. For that to happen, they would have to defeat St. John's and Findlay on back-to-back nights, including senior night. Once again, the Cats would stumble out of the gates versus the Titans. Spencer Atkins scored, but 3 first-period goals from the Johnnies proved to be the difference. Seth Orozco scored in the second and Dahanas in the third, but the Johnnies also scored in the third and then hit the empty net after the Cats threatened numerous times for the tie to skate away with the league title in a 5-3 victory. The following evening, the Cats wrapped up the regular season on senior night. Things started great for the Cats as a celebration of their seniors was followed up with the first career goal by Jakub Alora and a goal by fellow senior Tyler Frederick. However, a highlight reel goal from Findlay's Harry Hall sparked a comeback, and the Trojans spoiled the night and the party with a 3-2 win. Though the Cats had played amazing hockey at times, finishing the regular season on a 3-game losing streak, and never having more than a 2-game win streak all year left plenty of question marks. So did, as the inability to win close games, youth in key positions, and the inability to beat St. John's. All these questions would be answered in impressive fashion as the Cats headed to the state playoffs as a number 2 seed in the Northwest Hockey Conference District. Up first for the Cats was the Generals of Anthony Wayne. After defeating Anthony Wayne earlier in the year, the Cats knew that they would be pushed harder this time. Playing on the benefit of an unfortunate bounce that gave them a 1-0 lead, the Generals were playing inspired hockey. Justin Baden tied the game, but Anthony Wayne again scored to take a 2-1 lead. Just before the end of the second period, Devin DeHanas scored a momentum-changing goal, and the teams headed to the third tied at 2. Sensing the Generals were running on empty, the Cats turned up the pressure and used their depth to wear down Anthony Wayne. Dougie Carter scored to ignite a 3-goal burst, with DeHanas and Klee also connecting to give the Cats a 5-2 lead. Anthony Wayne closed it out with a power play goal to make it 5-3, but Jake Ruley put the pesky Generals away, and the Cats were moving on. Final score: Northview 6, Anthony Wayne 3. The Cats would face off with Findlay in the district semifinal. The teams had split in the regular season, with each winning by 1 goal. Would this game be more of the same and go right down to the end? Not just the end, but this one would take overtime. Senior Alex Miller scored first to stake the Cats to the early lead, but Findlay would respond with the game's next 3 goals for the 3-1 margin. Less than a minute after Findlay scored, Jared Barfeld answered on a nice individual effort to close the game to 3-2. Findlay, however, would just not go away and answered right back to again take a 2-goal lead. With their 4th and final goal, sophomore Tyler Clem would surrender. With Clem shutting the door, the Cats mounted their comeback. DeHanas scored to close to 4-3 after 2 periods. Junior Jimmy Roberts tipped home the tying goal off a nice shot from senior Trevor Klee, and the game was tied at 4. The Cats kept the pressure up and were awarded a 5-minute power play when Dougie Carter was boarded from behind with just 2 minutes left in the game. The Cats took their time on the ensuing power play, and though they generated numerous chances, they were unable to hit during regulation. With the game tied at 4, the teams were headed to overtime. Northview, who lost early in this OT session in the exact same game a year ago, would be the Cats who would finish the game early in overtime this year. Just 23 seconds into the extra frame, senior Trevor Klee took a beautiful pass from Jared Barfeld and made no mistake, ripping it past the Trojan goalie, only sending his team to the district finals for the first time in 5 years. Incredible. With the right to represent Northwest Ohio in the state Frozen Four, the Cats would face the St. John's Titans in front of a sold-out crowd at Tam O'Shannon. The last time these two teams met in the district finals, the Cats completed a 3-year sweep of the Johnnies that resulted in 3 trips to the Final Four and state championships in 2012 and 2014. However, that was 5 years ago, and these Titans were holding a 3-game win streak that included knocking the Cats out of the playoffs a year ago in the district semifinals. Would the Cats get over that hurdle? Could the Cats make it back to Columbus? You bet your ass they would. In playing inspired, senior-led hockey, the Cats overwhelmed the Titans for much of the game and leaving no doubt that they were the best team in Northwest Ohio. Senior captain Teddy Booger got things started as he picked off a pass in the offensive zone and popped the water bottle to give the Cats a 1-0 lead after 1. Sophomore Dougie Carter pushed the lead to 2 with a wraparound goal early in the second. However, the Titans would score off a turnover and then tie the game on a power play strike midway through the second. Knowing they were a better team, the undeterred Cats regained the lead on a beautiful 2-on-1 play, with Jared Barfeld burying the eventual game winner off a shot pass from fellow senior Alex Miller to head to the second intermission, up 3-2. The Cats didn't sit on the lead in the third, though. Constant pressure eventually led to Justin Baden's breakaway goal to put the finishing touches on the Titans. As the final seconds ticked off the clock, the North and all its fans in full force celebrated as the Cats would be returning to Columbus. To the victors go the spoils, and the boys were definitely spoiled. Media attention, various dinners, and an assembly celebrating their accomplishment all filled a week to remember as the Cats prepared for the task of taking down the 3-time defending state champ, St. Ignatius Prep. Playing in front of a sea of black supporters, the Cats did what they had all year long and gave it their all. Unfortunately, that would not be enough on this day, as an experienced group from Ignatius looked right at home in eliminating the Cats in the state semifinals. Though the Cats lost the game, they truly won the season. High school athletics are less about wins and losses and more about a brotherhood, lifelong lessons, doing things the right way, and representing a school and a community with a true spirit of student-athlete. And while there may not be a state title or trophy to show for it, I'm positive there is not a school in the state of Ohio who did those things better than the 2018-2019 Northview Wildcats. As the players wrestled with mixed emotions of what they had accomplished and a loss they had suffered, they said goodbye to an incredible group of 10 seniors. Yakub Alora stuck with it to lead a JV team and was rewarded with being a district champion who skated on nationwide arena ice. Devin DeHanas, whose play on the ice was even bigger than he was. Jared Barfell, who came to the program for just 1 year, but left an impact that will be felt for many. Nora Kercheval, whose quiet presence in the locker room and spirited play on the ice led the Cats. Justin Baden's timely goals and scoring all playoffs long. Jake Ruley's willingness to do whatever asked to benefit the team. Alex Miller's perseverance, drive, and determination. Tyler Frederick's emotional and spirited leadership. Teddy Boogert's incredible strong character and lead by example style. And Trevor Klee, who wrote an emotional 4 years of ups and downs to reap the reward both individually and with his team. From all of us to all of you, thank you, boys, and congratulations, seniors, on a wonderful season and great representation. Introducing the 2018-2019 Northview Wildcats.
I can still find Wiley's house, riding on my bike with eyes closed. I could name every girl that he took out, and from my memory dial his house phone. Can you take me back when we were just kids who weren't scared of getting older? Yeah, 'cause no one knows you like they know you, and no one probably ever will. You can grow up, make new ones, but truth is, there's nothing like old friends. 'Cause you can't make old friends. I can still feel the windows down, listening to Jimmy Eat World, riding 3 wide on Blake's bench seat. Yeah, my God, it's been 10 years now. I would have his back tomorrow, and he'd still fight anyone who tried to touch me. Can you take me back when we were just kids who weren't scared of getting older? Yeah, 'cause no one knows you like they know you, and no one probably ever will. You can grow up, make new ones, the truth is, there's nothing like old friends. 'Cause you can't make old friends. I've got some good friends now, but I have never seen their parents' back porch. It wouldn't change how things turned out, but there's no one in this time zone who knows what inline skates that I wore. Can you take me back when we were just kids who weren't scared of getting older. 'Cause no one knows you like they know you, and no one probably ever will. You can grow up, make new ones, but the truth is that we grow up, then wish we could go back then. There's nothing like old friends, 'cause you can't make old friends.